All right, if that doesn't get you pumped up for the World Cup coming to Houston, I do not know what will. By the way, 7 matches in Houston. Pretty mind-blowing. By the way, head over to YouTube, Soccer Matters. Head over to TikTok, Soccer Matters. Twitter and Instagram, @GlennDavisSoc. Facebook, we're everywhere. And we had a new drop today. And if you are on YouTube and you're watching this live, you'll see I'm going to stand up right now so you can look at this T-shirt. Soccer Matters 2026. And the man in studio is the one who put this together in collaboration with Soccer Matters and myself. Diverscityclothingco.com is where you can get the T-shirt. His name is Adonis. He joins us now. Adonis, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing great today.
You're seeing a little bit too much of me lately, right?
Hey, all right, bring it.
We're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really excited about the T-shirts. We got them out there now. And look, it's your 10th year anniversary of your company. The company, again, is diversityclothing.com, but it's spelled like this, Diverscity.
Right, the play on words.
Play on words. So describe that title and why you came up with it.
So basically, I wanted Houston to have its own brand growing up here, and I wanted that brand to represent. I wanted it to represent what Houston should be known for nationally. I feel like we didn't really have our identity when it came to brands, and so I wanted the brand to represent what Houston should be best known for, which is its cultural diversity. So that's where the name came from, and I thought it'd be cool that you could either say a diversity or a diverse city, which is both Houston, right?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And so is the game of soccer and the
Right.
World Cup coming here. And we were put together by a friend, Elva, who's an incredibly talented woman. And
Very.
we'll be talking about her in the future a lot. But, I said, hey, Elva, I trust your judgment. She goes, oh, no, you got to meet this guy. He's creative. He's doing some really crazy stuff. And then I'm wondering, what did you think when she came to you with, hey, I got this soccer guy? And
The thing about Elva is Elva, like you mentioned, she's so talented. It's gotten to the point in our relationship where whatever she says, this will be good. It's kind of no questions asked. I already know it's going to be good.
yeah,
So she's gathered that kind of reputation for herself.
she's very trustworthy. I mean, really, really good sense, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you.
I really consider her a team builder.
Yeah.
Like she can see things in other people that they may not be able to see in themselves. And so she definitely has great vision. And so whenever she puts something together, it always works, man.
And that's a talent. That's honestly a talent. That's a talent that we're missing at higher levels, I think, sometimes in Houston with our sport of soccer, because we could be so much more unified. We could really be spreading our wings and pulling people in. And that's part of what this T-shirt means to me. And when I named the show Soccer Matters, I did it because of the cultural aspect of the game and how in every pocket of the world, there's no sport that affects people like the game of soccer,
Right.
which around the world is called football, obviously. Just kind of describe the shirt and the way you came up with this. I know this is the center circle, and
Right.
it's
So
just nice and clean.
So just wanted to go with something to kind of introduce the drop, something clean, simple, to the point, something that enthusiasts can recognize and resonate with. Not anything with too much detail, but just kind of to the point. Soccer Matters. Here's the center of the field. This is how we're starting off this year. That's really going to be epic for Houston moving forward, probably for years to come.
Oh, we want to put a T-shirt on everyone. And by the way, we have another one that says Texas is soccer country.
Right.
And by the way, this one here, the Soccer Matters says 2026, so that's kind of commemorative as a very important year in
Right.
soccer history. That's going to go on. But so let's go. Texas is soccer country. It is because it's an amazing soccer state, even obviously here in Houston and the surrounding areas, but all over. The state of Texas produces players for, college, pro game, coaches, you name it.
Right.
So that's a cool one too. So again, go to Diverscity, Diverscity clothingco.com And purchase. We want you to purchase because we want to
Yeah.
put these shirts on everybody. Get excited about it and wear your game. That's for sure. All right. What was your first experience with soccer, Adonis?
So I grew up playing soccer like as far back as elementary. It was one of those recess games for us. But I think soccer, I really knew the seriousness of it probably back in 2005 is when I understood how serious it was globally. I learned a lot of things from traveling abroad. I want to say I was about 20, and I took my first flight, my first trip out of the country, and I went to France. And so I stayed with a friend of a friend. And so, I'm there, someone I didn't know previously, and he's just kind of showing me around, showing me how things are going. And I just remember that one year, Paris Saint-Germain was playing Marseille, which is a rivalry game for them.
Paris Saint-Germain, Marseille, yeah.
Yeah. Did I say it back?
No, you're all right. You're all
Is it
right.
Marseille?
You're American. It's okay. You're American. We love to
Yeah.
butcher soccer words. It's okay.
So, they were.
By the way, the rest of the world still doesn't think we can play the game, which is a good thing. And that better fire us up for the World Cup.
Oh man, but yeah, I just remember being there, and by that time we're all bonding and everything, and he took me to some of his friends' house where they're watching the game, and Paris Saint-Germain, they're losing, and I made the mistake of letting him know his name is Pascal, and I was just like, Pascal, Paris is losing,
Yeah.
and he almost choked on his food. He was like, he said it with his accent. He's like, Adonis, do you want to walk home today? And I was like, well, man, I didn't know it was that, and then, I think the next match they won, and he goes and he's drives by his coworker's house. He leaves the flag in the gate and runs for it, and he peels out. And I'm like, man, like this is, So I came back home with the whole different sense of how important it was on the world level, especially in England. And so I became familiar with a lot of the big name squads like Manchester United, Manchester City, and a lot of those big brands. I think at the time too, because the Cowboys have always been like a big name brand worldwide. But I know at least during that time, all the other brands that were in the top 10 most valuable were all European soccer brands.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so I know like here, a lot of people felt like, well, who watches this? And they had no idea the rest of the world watches this. Just because you're not watching it doesn't mean that the rest of the world isn't watching
Our
it.
scope sometimes is limited, and that's the beauty of travel. And your story is an amazing one because it's been replicated so many times by people who travel. And I'm a Leeds United fan because I went to Leeds. I had some business, and I went to a game. That's one of the big fire starters for people that are traveling that maybe weren't that into soccer, and then they go to a game at a stadium, and then they're like following the team. Like,
Right.
I watch AC Milan a lot because, it's a historic club. You can't watch every game on the weekend, but I know there's an American player on the team, and I want to see how he does. Obviously everybody knows from this show, Christian Pulisic. So I think that's one of the big ways the American and people from the United States gets involved. And then the other one is if you have kids that play youth soccer, that
Yeah, that's true.
literally drags parents into having to be a part of it, So
Right.
yeah, that's a great story. So do you have a grasp on how big this is coming here? Like 500,000 to maybe 1 million
So,
people? How do
honestly-
you look at it?
Honestly, it's hard for me to fathom how big it will be here, just because I've never seen it like this. It's never really been done.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing we have to compare it to is the Super Bowl, but that's really selling it short, right? So it's to me, I just look at it as unprecedented. There's no way to really tell how big it's going to be. Just expect, astronomical
Yeah.
when it comes to this.
Yeah. Soccer Matters t-shirts available. Get them at diverscityclothingco.com. That's DIVERSCITY clothingco.com. It is the brainchild of I'm going to say my partner here and collaborator. We're collaborators now. We're going to do a lot of stuff together, and we got some good ideas for other drops eventually too.
Yeah.
But I think we're
Stay
off
tuned.
to a great start here. It's DiversityClothingCo.com, and that's diverse City, City. What else, about the game of soccer do you like? Compare it to American sports and some of the elements of the game that you appreciate, and then I'll give you mine.
Uh, I think when it comes to me in sports, it's all about difficulty level. And and the thing is, some sports, because some of the players are so great, they make it look easier than it actually is.
Yeah.
And I don't think most people really fathom just how good a guy like Messi is.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really watch a lot of him in his earlier years. I got to see the version that was with Miami.
Yeah.
But man, the things the guy can do, where it looks like there's no shot and it just finds its way to the goal. And I'm just like, me personally, I'm just kind of like in awe of like, how did you do that? And he just does it like it's easy.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really easy about that. But I think that's the part of it for me is scoring. I know there's defense. I think everybody tends to like offense a lot more. But I think the offense and them being able to score in a way that you can't really see that there was a path to there being a goal, but there it is.
Yeah,
because they're that good.
There's a lot of rhyme and reason. People think 22 players are just running around. I mean, there's a lot of tactical things, strategy, matchups. It's very similar to a lot of sports, just in a different way. So I'm going to name drop a little bit, but my niece was a Sports Illustrated cover model, right, and was with Ralph Lauren, and she's married to the Yankees' Derek Jeter. Oh, wow. So they got invited to, Beckham was inviting as many celebrities in the Miami area as possible to these games. And so I knew she was going, and I said, wow, you're going to see something special. And she's like, yeah, I got to see this Messi. Everybody's talking about him. So she went into the game, and I've told this story before. So I called her after, texted her after, or called her. I can't remember. And I said, so, well, what did you think of Messi? And she goes, Uncle Glenn, he's just so much better than everybody else. I was dying. Man. I thought that was pretty interesting because she doesn't follow Major League Soccer, but they did the whole celebrity thing down there, and that's kind of what the New York Cosmos did back in the day when Pelé was here. What do you want to say before we let you go, Adonis? I certainly enjoy having you up here. It won't be your last time. What do you want to say before we go?
So definitely want to say, definitely happy about all of this for the city of Houston. Like I mentioned, I'm born and raised here, so to see Houston go from being a place that you you're kind of passing through to now being a destination to now having the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like I'm appreciative for folks like yourself and others that really take a genuine care for the city and making sure that it shines like it should. Long overdue.
That goes right back at you. And listen, I wasn't born here, but I consider myself a Houstonian. I've lived most of my life here and came here as a 22-year-old. This place has given me everything just like it has you. So I'm very prideful about the city as well. Adonis, we're going to do a lot more. Thank you so much.
I look forward to it.